The night of June 13, 2025 was not a sudden eruption, but the result of years of meticulous planning. Operation Rising Lion was more than a military strike. It was a blend of sabotage, espionage, and advanced technology, executed deep inside one of the world's most fortified nations. Israel's Mossad didn't just attack from afar, they turned Iran's own land into the battlefield, building an invisible army of drones and local assets. This operation redefined warfare. The front line was now a network of hidden assets, digital backdoors, and human intelligence embedded within the adversary's society. Mossad's years-long preparation dismantled Iran's defenses from within, aiming to cripple its military and nuclear ambitions with surgical precision. The message was chilling. No fortress is impenetrable, and the enemy could already be inside. The world is still reeling from the aftermath: retaliatory strikes, diplomatic chaos, and a new era of conflict. Operation Rising Lion wasn't just an attack on Iran, it was a dramatic unveiling of a new kind of warfare. The most devastating battles are now won long before the first shot is fired. To grasp Operation Rising Lion's audacity, you must understand the decades-long shadow war between Israel and Iran. This was never a traditional conflict but a relentless contest of espionage, cyber attacks, assassinations, and proxy wars. Israel's existential fear of a nuclear-armed Iran drove Mossad to bold operations, from stealing nuclear archives to sabotaging facilities. Iran, through the IRGC and proxies like Hezbollah and Hamas, encircled Israel, bleeding it through constant, asymmetric threats. Both sides mastered deniability and innovation, normalizing perpetual hostility and pushing intelligence operations to new extremes. Operation Rising Lion was the inevitable evolution of this secret war, where the shadows finally erupted into open conflict. The genius of Operation Rising Lion was its Trojan horse strategy, building offensive power from within Iran. Starting in 2022, Mossad smuggled hundreds of miniature, radar-evading drones into Iran piece by piece, hidden in everyday shipments. Local assets, often ordinary citizens disillusioned with the regime, stored and assembled these drones in apartments and warehouses. Recruiting and managing these assets was perilous, but essential. By early 2025, Mossad had a dormant arsenal scattered across Iran, an invisible army ready for remote activation. This inside-out approach bypassed Iran's air defenses, which were designed for threats from outside, not within. The stage was set for a strike from a direction no one expected. The Trojan horse was in place. Mossad's boldest move was establishing a covert drone base inside Iran, a hidden operational headquarters. This base, confirmed after the attack, served as the nerve center for assembling, testing, and coordinating the drone swarm. Located in a remote area, it was staffed by elite Mossad officers and trusted local engineers, all living under deep cover. Every detail, from construction to communication, was meticulously concealed from Iranian counterintelligence. The base allowed real-time adjustments and direct control, ensuring flawless execution. Its discovery was a psychological blow to Iran, exposing catastrophic security failures. The base was more than a launchpad. It was proof that Mossad could penetrate the heart of the Iranian state. No ground was truly secure. On June 13th, years of preparation exploded into action with a single digital command. Hundreds of hidden drones activated across Iran, targeting radar sites, missile batteries, and command centers, blinding and paralyzing Iran's defenses. Within minutes, Iran's air defense network was crippled from within. With the shield down, Israeli jets, guided by Mossad assets on the ground, struck over 120 targets, including nuclear facilities and missile depots. The fusion of aerial power and on-the-ground intelligence ensured devastating precision. Key sites like Isfahan and Arak were hit, setting Iran's nuclear program back by years. By dawn, Israel claimed to have destroyed 80% of Iran's missile capacity. The operation left a landscape of smoldering ruins and a nation in shock. The night of the lion was over. A new era of warfare had begun. Operation Rising Lion was a triumph of intelligence, melding cutting-edge AI with human espionage. Mossad's AI analyzed vast data streams, predicting movements, flagging targets, and mapping infiltration routes. This digital ghost built a dynamic battlefield picture, but human assets provided the crucial last-mile intelligence. Local agents verified targets, planted beacons, and delivered context machines couldn't. The synergy between AI and human sources created an adaptive, resilient network. This feedback loop enabled Mossad to strike with unprecedented speed and precision. The operation proved that the future of warfare belongs to those who merge technology and human ingenuity. Machines and spies working as one changed the rules of conflict. In the aftermath, Iran descended into chaos and paranoia. The regime launched a brutal crackdown, arresting dozens accused of collaborating with Mossad. Many now face execution. The strikes killed hundreds, wounded thousands, and destroyed over 120 military and nuclear sites. Iran's nuclear ambitions were set back years, and its military was left exposed. In retaliation, Iran fired missiles at Israel, some breaking through, causing damage and injuries. The cycle of violence continued, with both sides suffering and the Iranian public caught between grief and fear. The regime's vulnerability was laid bare, fueling internal dissent and further repression. The hunt for spies threatens to spiral into a wider purge. Operation Rising Lion sent shockwaves worldwide, raising the specter of a broader conflict. The U.S. considered direct intervention, moving bombers and discussing strikes on Iran's deepest nuclear sites. Regional leaders condemned Israel, while Russia offered to mediate and Europe struggled for a diplomatic solution. The cyber war escalated, with fears of Iranian retaliation against U.S. and allied infrastructure. A humanitarian crisis unfolded as nations scrambled to evacuate citizens from Iran. Embassies closed, and the world watched, fearing the next move could trigger uncontrollable escalation. The international community stood on edge, hoping for diplomacy but bracing for war. The true legacy of Operation Rising Lion is its psychological impact. Mossad's ability to infiltrate, recruit locals, and build a secret base shattered Iran's sense of security. The operation redefined national defense, proving that threats can come from within, not just across borders. This new doctrine of inside-out warfare is a blueprint for future conflicts, deterring adversaries by making them question their own security. The fear and paranoia it sows can be more damaging than bombs. Operation Rising Lion will be remembered as a turning point, where intelligence, patience, and technology outmatched brute force. In the 21st century, the most effective weapon is the realization that the enemy is already inside your walls.